Right then, let's make sure let's make sure those guys are involved in that fight. Cool, the infantry are coming out in good numbers as well. Who's that? Ah, now then, let's make a new army out of you. Don't worry, we're gonna sort that out. Now let's put that in. That's cool, but we'll make it blue because blue's a good colour. Oil processing. That was that one to work on. We're in September 37. I'm looking for cool things to work on here. Those would be the armoured engineer companies, which will be going into the heavy tanks. Logistics. I feel like we can hold off on that. Let's just get the basic anti-tank researched. And what have we got here? We've got the support stuff. I mean, what do we really need? Research bonus, but this leads to design team assign cost. Is there anything in here that's actually exciting that makes a production cost? Okay, that's kind of worthwhile. Production resource need. I think that's the one we'll go for. And then we've got... Wow. So the efficiency cap goes up, but the resource need goes up, but not quite as much as it came down from there. And this one, reliability for support equipment. Does that even matter? I don't know. I'm gonna go in that one. And then we get production efficiency gain, and then we'll take production output versus... Yeah, we'll take output on that. We'll come back to the rest of that later. So, our forces are slowly growing. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take this yellow army and we're going to put it on the French border. Give those guys something to do over there. Plus, it looks nice. Come on, Anschluss. Right, we've got Goebbels in. He can do Goebbels things whilst we start worrying about military factory output. Excellent, we've got this done. This is now done and dusted. Let me put one cavalry division in there to hold the line, and the tanks are just going to go in like that. But we'll also throw in a little bit of support in that direction. And just get our tanks some nice experience. Look at these guys, severely veteran light tank divisions. I like that. We do have a job for light tank divisions as it happens, so let me edit this. And we're going to put... Oh, you guys should absolutely be armoured recon. We're just going to increase the number of light tanks in there and the organisation in there. So we're going to be using, that'll do. We're going to be using light tank divisions as part of our breakthrough around to form encirclements of the enemy. So I think they'll work well with the heavies. We won't have loads of them because we're going to use motorised and mechanised infantry for this as well. Our politicians return from investment negotiations in Athens. I'm not spending a penny on anybody else. Athens, Greece, Turkey, no, none of it. It's my money, and we'll take you by force if we want you. This is those decisions are part of the Bosphorus, Battle of the Bosphorus DLC. I've never played Turkey or Greece. I've been told that the tech trees are good, but they're slow and take ages to develop. So those are two late game countries where the things start to come good. And I don't know, I find it harder to play countries, or less enjoyable to play countries where you have to play all the way till 1943 or 44 before you start having fun with them. But that's just me. Over with the aircraft, working on that. We'll leave these for a little while longer. Now, over in the Navy, there are things we want. The subs are going to want to be going at it quite early on. We need to develop this to get decent destroyers. So I may go for that. I mean, 37 is a funny year. 38 is where the infantry equipment comes in. Let's go for that and just get caught up a little bit. These are fairly quick anyway. Oh, what's the aircraft situation then? Have we been getting absolutely hammered over here? Yeah, there's more enemy aircraft coming in, but we are not doing so well. And the fighters, they're just getting nailed, really. The bombers were far more effective and didn't seem to be taking... Oh, I'd say they weren't taking any losses. They are taking losses. That's okay. We'll produce better fighters as the war goes on. In fact, what I could do, which would make an instant difference, is nip in here Okay, we haven't got an Air Force commander yet, but let's spend some points. So what have we got? Dive bombing. That's research speed. Small airframe design cost. Which is what we will be doing. So it's kind of nice, but that's not essential. Now that gives us some research speeds, which are nice. Air advisor cost. Air crew surveys. Air doctoring cost. Let's take that one. We'll get that done faster. We can always change that later if we remember. Ground attack factor, 5%. I kind of like that. Continuous strike. Air support mission efficiency. Air support mission. Does that relate to... What type of mission does that relate to? I don't know. I always think the text in a lot of this game could be clearer. Air power projection factor. What does that mean? Show me anywhere in the game there's a stat, a number I can look at that says air power projection. I do not know. We're going to go, though, ground attack for 5%. It doesn't sound like a lot, does it? Oh, fighter detection and air mission efficiency. Let's take that one. That actually might be somewhat more useful. And we'll take this for dive bombing. And we'll save the rest of those points because we're going to need them. Okay, here we go. Come on. The battle for Spain will soon be over. The battle for Europe will then begin. Give me the good stuff. The production targets are coming on. What are we building? We need to set something up for afterwards. I think we'll do some synthetic refineries now. So let's dot a couple around where we've got 100%. And that should help with a bit of fuel. We've got the production targets. We need to be at war to go any further down there. What's that one, though? Subsidise Hirsch benzene, which will give us... again, with the consumer goods factories, we get hit. We get synthetic oil. Research bonus for synthetics. We'll worry about that later. We still can't do Anschluss. I'm keeping my eye on that. All right. Wait, I just need to make sure. We are just waiting, aren't we? We've got the thing we need to do it. That's fine. We just need to get a bigger army than the Austrian army, and that's coming on nicely. The Ruhr Dam would be good to get 70 days. I'm going to pick that up first because it helps the industry quite a bit. And then we'll be looking at catching up with stuff. Okay, so we've got dockyards. What are we down to? We've got everything else built. Okay, excellent. Let's jump into the submarine fleet. Are we actually worth... Let's make sure we've got the submarine designer on this job. And put the better engines and some more torpedoes. Absolutely. This will actually be a decent class of submarine right here. Save that one. Oh, sugar. No, I did the wrong one there. Can we change that? How do we change that? We must be able to change that. There we go. Submarine design. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. They switched places in there. That was very, very confusing. Very confusing. Right, let's get some submarines out. They're going to be pivotal to our naval strategy. And we'll get better subs as we go as well. Right then. The war, please, in Spain. The Republicans have managed to put something in front of our guys, so we'll just let that tick on. I mean, I'm just astounded that the AI is doing so well with the air war here. Maybe those things that we've just picked up, the fighter detection, the air mission efficiency, maybe that'll help. The Führer plans for expansion. What's this? In conferences recently called by Adolf Hitler, the Führer shared some of his ambitions for the future expansion of the German Reich. The first such expansion is one that he perceives to be of little risk. The Austrian people is of no difference to ours, and they mostly hold similar views as proven by the political climate in the country. The Führer believes such an expansion will be possible to achieve diplomatically, given sufficient time for German-friendly sentiments to grow within the federal state of Austria. Right, we can do Anschluss. Nice. How far off? Do we cancel that one? We're going to go straight in with... Do you know, if that isn't the case... Oh my god, I was wrong. I was wrong. Let it tick over another day in case that's all it needs. I was wrong. That sucks. Okay, I thought that was ready to go. Let's carry on with our raw dam. And we're straight back in. We have some progress on it, at least. We haven't lost it. At least we haven't lost all of it. Do you lose progress when you switch them like that? I very rarely switch them. Yeah, that was annoying. I thought that thing popping up meant, oh, we're ready to go with the Anschluss, but apparently not. Okay, very, very good. We could modify those fighters to give them drop tanks. I mean, it is beneficial for everything, but I think what we'll do is when we design the next level of fighter, we'll just save the air experience and put it into that rather than blowing it. Although it's not too expensive. November 37. Other than these, what we'll do is we'll get started on the infantry equipment. And we'll go racing down there. What have we got here? Nice. So, Messerschmitt. Let's go with... I mean, these are always cool. Just upgrades. And then we've got... That's a research bonus. And we can't take it anyway. We can't take that one. What's this one? Production efficiency. Yeah, we can take that one. That's max speed and agility. I will take that. Production efficiency gain. I think we may take... Let's take that one, and we will take reliability. Okay, we'll take those and then come back and spend later. So we've got some good starts to our aircraft industry there for our small planes. Why are you not fighting? Get in there. Indian National Congress. Don't really care. It's doing its own thing. Is it worth me putting special modules, drop tanks? It doesn't really make much difference, so yes, let's do it. And... oh, you should definitely have a naval aircraft designer on that. Are we going to do a lot, though? I suppose we might. It's already got the things. I'll leave it. We'll leave it at that. And the close air support. We've got dive brakes. Okay, we can't add anything into there. That's fine. We'll leave it. Range is nice, but it's not essential in the early part of the war in Europe. There's so many airfields nearby. Right, lovely stuff. I don't suppose you've got a... oh, nice. Okay, Panzer expert. We'll definitely take that. Thank you very much. Right, let's go there. And let's carry on the attack. Meanwhile, my horses, we're going to go up there. Albert Speer's industrial plan question. Well, we're not going with the other guys, so we can just go ahead with his plan straight out of it. A bit of power struggle has broken out between rivals within Adolf Hitler's inner circle. Tensions have risen. Yeah. So he's got the complete trust. It's okay, because we're not doing the other guys' options in there. Wait. When did all this build up? All right. What options do we have to play with? Nothing that I'm particularly excited about there. We should probably go for that, but then again, there's no massive rush. Do we have anything better? Oh, I need to check the bloody spies, don't I? Is that completed? It finished. It probably finished ages ago, which is infuriating. So, brilliant. We're going to go for a collaboration government straight away. I'll use the same guys, as they seem to have a bit of experience in this. And prepare. Do we have a guy in Paris, or did we cancel that one? We cancelled that. He came back to go and do some rescuing, didn't he? And I'll leave the other guy out. We don't need to build an intel network up anywhere else, because if someone gets captured, then we kind of need them to do their thing. Oh my god, okay. Right, let's switch these over. Right, anyway, back to this. So we do have points. Chief of the Navy, this is why we need to do the expanding the Kriegsmarine. Same with the Air Force. Because I think the one I want is... he's not there, is he? Oh, no, is that one. So air superiority plus 15% and air experience daily. That sounds really good. It says it's ground support, but it doesn't directly affect ground support. And we can put Goring in there. But, I mean, he gets some production bonuses, so that's not terrible, and some air superiority. I think it's given him more credit than he's really due, I think. We can do military high command, though, and spend some points here. So, is there anyone that we really want? Infantry division, attack and defense. That's so good. Oh, we want Erwin Rommel. Definitely want Erwin Rommel in there. Should probably have had him in sooner. And head of the missile department. I would say we're going to put not army regrouping, this infantry expert, because that's too big a buff not to take. It just is. Right, okay, we need to keep an eye on the spy ring and their business up there. It does come up with a little notification up there, but it's so small, it easily missed. Do we have guys in there? Let's attack from the other side as well. In fact, let's move the cavalry out and in that way. And then come from two sides. We should be doing a bit better. How's the aircraft doing? I've got to see. Are we winning? Yeah, we're starting to win now. Although we are getting battered down a little bit. Our bombers are getting through. But we're starting to shoot down enemy aircraft. Perhaps a bit more reliably. Let me get the sonar and stuff done. I should probably have gone on raiding fleet for that, actually, because that seems to have got some quite good points done up there. Alright, we leave that alone. Resources, just rubber and tungsten. Okay, we can live with that. Come on, focus. We're nearly building the road dam. Then surely Anschluss. Come on, we want it. We want all those lovely Austrian goodies. What's Austrian famous for, apart from microphones, which I'm using an Austrian one here, and rifles? Anything else? Swiss operative captured. What are those dirty bastards up to? Right, when you guys capture that, you carry on. And when the horses capture that, the horses carry on. Yugoslavia crests the sale of airplanes. Divert fighter production? Kind of no. Let's give them some old bombers, though, so we get a reduction in consumer goods factories. Let's do that. Federal State of Austria supports Alfred Janser's plan. It sounds bad, whatever that is. Once again, place their trust in Alfred Janser, a field marshal with clearly anti-German sentiments. Oh no, he needs to go. He needs to get out of there straight away. We'll be having words with that. And they got rid of him. Excellent, which gives us a stability buff. Right, cool. You guys train up. And what we do need is to make sure... We need more infantry... Oh, no, they're the heavies. I mean, I'd like some more heavy tank divisions, but we'll do it bit by bit, I think. Let's put another 48. We're going to need all of that. That's going to require some serious infantry equipment manufacturing to sort that out. Right, it looks like we should be through here. Yeah, let's carry on with that. In fact, we'll take one tank and just nip over there and come back because it looks cool. Now then, let's get stuck in. This is where the enemy just crumble. Actually, let's go in there. Let's go in there. We've built the road dam. Excellent. Oh, research slots. Research slots. Or Anschluss. That's a tough choice, actually, because the research slot is also excellent. But no, we're going for Anschluss. We want to get that done as fast as possible. Get the Austrian factories. Get their generals. They've actually got some really good generals in there too. I'm particularly thinking of the... Do we want superior heavy howitzer? I mean, they're actually quite good. Do you know what? Let's take it. What does it cost us? There is a cost to this. I think it costs us steel and that. Let's start it anyway. We've also got that one. Cool. So research is coming on quite nicely. Let's get the rest of the infantry equipments that we need out. That Anschluss will be... I think it'll be successful. I think they'll say, you know, welcome home, lads. That's what I think they'll say. Doctrines available. I'm going to try and save my experience until we get some cost reductions for doctrines if we can. Get them cheaper. Down to 500,000 men in reserve, but we have plenty of extra conscription to go through. Bloody MEFO bills. Where are they? MEFO bills. What's it currently at? Expected number of factories on consumer goods, 10%. Oh no, it's currently at 54%. Yeah, that hurts quite a little bit.
Ihre Befehle. Achtung!
Okay, this is cool. This is just where flipping Rommel's army just kind of just ruffle stomps the way through the enemy here. I'm just going to draw a line in like this. I mean, poor old Spain is surrounded. And it looks like nationalist Spain has even managed to push these guys back into their mountainous stronghold. We're going to need to have a Middle East, or at least a North Africa strategy as well. Italy might be able to cope by themselves. We're going to flood the Mediterranean with submarines. That's going to be the plan. That's going to help Italy. We'll put naval bombers in there as well. But we'll have to really see what we can do there. We can stick in an extra military high command in here. So what's a submarine specialist? I think that's probably going to be worth doing. Fleet logistics, just naval max range. An army regrouping is nice, but we're going to go, unless some of these guys come in. I don't think there's anything there. It's going to be great. Let's go a submarine specialist. Victor Schutzer. Never heard of him. Okay, they capitulated, surprisingly. I didn't think they were going to be the first ones to go. Let's go in there. Actually, no, let's go that way. And let's go like that. Whoop, I should have gone there first. And then in there. It looks like a grand crumble, doesn't it? We need to get across that river somehow. Oh, hang on. If we go there, we're not crossing any stinking rivers. There, that's better. And then we're going to go down like that, all the way to the gates of Madrid. And we're just limping along with 9 days of fuel. What are we making? We're starting to make refineries now. We've got civilian factories coming on. We're about to get a whole lot. Oh, what I should do, I don't know if this makes any difference, but it never hurts. I am going to improve relations with Austria. If you're doing any sort of national focus that affects another territory like this, then I think it's always worth doing the improved relations to spend a bit of political power. I'm sure, in fact, in this case, I don't think it matters, but I don't want to take that chance because I'm not 100% sure of the mechanics. And certainly with a lot of the alt history stuff, where you're trying to persuade nations to join you and join your faction and all the rest of it, and take you on as the new monarch and things like that, I think it's definitely worth doing. It might affect the chances. Who knows? Right, we'll go on. Shall I change everyone over to the raiding fleet for doing this? The stuff for submarines and screens, rather than just Deutsche Werke Task Force shipbuilders. Let's do that. Let's do that and see what we get. There might be something cool in there. Deschimag? Who the hell is this? Never heard of them. Is this the submarine? No, it's not. Production output for screens. Okay, well, we'll take that. Fleet escorts. Sub-detecting and mine-sweeping. Okay, those things aren't bad. That's the escort fleet. There's some nice things in there, actually, specifically for the escort fleet. Turkey deliver an investment portfolio. If I invest in it, it might pull them towards the Axis, and that's not a bad idea, because in a lot of recent games, they've gone allied. So we'll pull them into our sphere of influence, maybe. Rommel's still... Oh, he can go in as a preferred tactic. What should we go for? Blitz, delay, blitz. Blitz sounds good. Delay, unexpected thrust. It sounds rather rude. It's locked anyway. National focus completed. Anschluss. Excellent. Let's come out of there. Now, what it's worth doing is just not... I found this. It's, I think, and I might be wrong. Oh, no. I was going to say it's worth holding off when you get the demands for Sudetenland, because if you hold off a day, the next option becomes available. But if you go straight in to change it like I'm doing here, it's not available. I don't think it's the Anschluss one. Pretty sure it's not. However, I'm just going to hold off one day with that and see what Austria says. So it's midnight, and it's ours. Perfect. Right. The Anschluss of Austria. That's probably upset a whole load of people in Western Europe. But that's their problem, not mine. So we've got a stack of Austrian units. We're going to change them all over to our infantry divisions, like this. And we're going to stick them in a brand new army, I guess. Let's turn that blue. Pink. We haven't got a pink one. Stick a general in. There should be some more people suitable for infantry command now. This guy here, Karl Eggslier. This is our mountaineer who'll be in charge of the mountain. This guy, this is what I wanted. Infantry officer, infantry leader, and infantry expert. I mean, the stats aren't great to start with, but those buffs are amazing. So he is definitely going in there. He's going to be our new guy in charge of some infantry over there. Right, perfect. You can join that force. And I believe you're in there, so you can join that force. So we've got an infantry army group being built up there. Excellent. And what we're also going to do is let's get rid of these Austrian templates. We're not going to use them for anything. I don't want any confusion. We're going to train. We're going to edit this, our mountaineers. Let's spend some experience. Mountaineers are useful. And I kind of like big clumps of them like this. 20, 22, 24 is good. There we go. Let's give them some support artillery. Let's give them some engineers. We'll give them... What else can we give them? Some cavalry recon. Some cavalry recon. And then that'll do for now. And we'll make them elite because that sounds cool. And wow. Hang on. Right down the bottom of the list. We probably want to... Oh, that's all we can do at the moment. So once we get more Special Forces cap and more regular army guys out there, we'll be able to do more with that. So, national focus. No, it hasn't unlocked anything else. That's what I wanted to check. Support a coup in Liechtenstein. What does this actually do? So, Austria, all core states owned and controlled by the German Reich. Effect. Add 1 to Vaduz. That's a victory score, okay. And Vorarlberg? Add 1 building slot and civilian factory and a level 2 railway. Well, I suppose it sounds useful. What does it actually say? Receive word that like-minded individuals in Liechtenstein are planning to overthrow the regent in the micro-country. A man named Alphonse Goop. He sounds like someone out of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Alphonse Goop has come to request our support and ensures us that the two will benefit from this. So where does this actually take place? Let me find the name. It is Vaduz. Let's start this. Again, my knowledge of Europe is a little bit lacking. Where the hell is Liechtenstein? I've heard of Liechtenstein. I'm looking for Vaduz. Is it part of Austria at the moment? I have no idea. Somebody come and tell me where the hell that is, because... Oh, hang on. Vorarlberg. It's here. It's this region here, right? There are foreign claims on it. So maybe it just creates a city called Vaduz, because I can't see one in there anywhere. Interesting. Okay. Spain was annexed, so the war in Spain is over and all the stuff is coming home. We had a good fight over there. I think it went pretty well. The government idea Legion Condor has been removed because its prerequisites are no longer fulfilled. Fair enough. Let me go take a quick look and set some factories away. We're going to be short, I think, massively on infantry equipment, so let's build that up. And I want to put one in heavy tanks, and we've got a shortage of tungsten, which is not good. Oh, you guys should absolutely have that going on there. We'll go with the multi-role, I think. I'm not going to focus too much on medium bombers, tactical bombers in this playthrough. I find their use is kind of limited. Having a few to give you some extra range for like ground support missions is kind of useful, but overall, not terribly exciting. Right, trucks. I don't think there's anything that gives us a load of... Oh, it's reliability and production cost. But I need to nationalise the Ford factories first. Okay, that's the thing then. Production... Oh, we'll go for that one. I like reliability more than I like cheaper stuff, so we'll go for that. Breakthrough and hardness. Hardness? I mean, it applies for everything. We'll come back to that later. Right, excellent. So, things move on. Germany got bigger. We helped Spain do all that stuff. We got some fantastic experience out of that. It's time to start planning for conquering Czechoslovakia, I think. Do we have anyone spare? Currently doing not very much. Let's put you on that border there. Let's draw you a little line. So the plans begin. Germany gets bigger. Europe is heading towards war.